To use these planters right here. These are Wakefield planters. Let's move this out the way so we can get a good look at these. Now, these Wakefield planters, I love them. They are terracotta. Let me turn them around so we can get a good look here. So Wakefield handmade planters. I have a set of 4 of these, and these are the 2 that we're going to be using right here. I absolutely love these. So let's get them down. And here is the other one. When I buy my containers, I like to buy my containers in sets. So you see I have 2 sets of the lower bowl style, and then I have 2 sets of the taller style right here. So here's a peek at what the inside of the container looks like. So I just put like a real light layer on top of the soil. So I just top dressed it, if you will. Get my glove on real quick. Now I'll go ahead and just kind of mix that in. And you want it to kind of just stay in the top layer of the soil, so the roots will be able to have access to it quick. Let's see. Yep, good price, $6.98. This is what our color will look like, and the price on them is not too bad. We'll grab 2 more of these right here. If you can get your mums to look like this right here, then you're going to start off with a good specimen, even like this. Right here, you see how you can just barely start to see that this right here is the color yellow. You can just barely start to see them, but you might not like the color of them. You can always try to rely on the tag, which you can see these are showing it's an orange mum. So if you kind of want to wait a bit, that's fine, but I like to see that they're open a little bit before I start to go ahead and just grab, because I have seen and had personal failures like that when it comes to getting fall mums. So this one right here is a good contender. Let's see what else we have. So this one right here, absolutely perfect. I'm not really concerned with on the side. You see how it's kind of been pushed in a bit. That'll all fluff out. It just comes from the way that they press the mums in together. We'll grab this cart right here, set our plant right there for a second. Oop, you see our mum fell right through. It's all good. It's unharmed. No plants were harmed in the making of this video. Okay, we'll take and set this right here. Now we'll go and grab the other one. Set this one right here. And now for this one. First thing I do is I want to soak both of the mums here. So let's go ahead and get them in a water bath. We're going to be working in the shade area. We're going to tidy this area up. We're actually going to be doing a deep clean rather than a tidy because we have several problematic issues going on in this area. First, let's start with the elephant in the room. Look at this big, huge branch here that fell down. Then also we need to address the flooring. We need to come in and continue to sheet mulch this area. We started sheet mulching this area here. We ran out of mulch. And then we were away from the garden. But now since we're back, I think it's best that we pick up where we left off at and just start attacking these rooms one by one. So in my St. Louis garden, I have garden rooms. I like using the garden rooms because you're not able to stand in one place in the center of the garden and see everything that's going on. And it makes you want to wander around the bend. What's behind this hedge of bushes? What's back there? What's over there? So that's how I love to see gardens, which is nothing wrong with you having an open garden plan, if you will, like an open floor plan in a house. Nothing wrong with that. To each his own. Everybody has their own preference. So I think what we'll do is I'll show you how we're going to get started in this area because it's quite a lot. So let me show you what's going on. You can see where we left off sheet mulching here. So there's our barrier there, our cardboard substitute. So we'll come in, continue to move the sheet mulching out and get all of this mulched in. We'll move out the big debris. Like this is a huge branch here. Look at how huge this branch is. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to, yeah, I should be able to pick that up, but it's so long and it's so wide, this branch that came down. And this flower bed right here, you can see where we've had branches to snap down and fall down in this flower bed here. So we are going to be getting all of the debris out from here. Here's the tree that everything is dropping from. Now this is a beautiful maple. I love it. It provides that dapple shade, but we're going to have to get in and do some serious pruning. We were supposed to get some work done on it. Everything was supposed to get limbed up, but because of the storms, you know, that takes precedence and everything with the insurance money and so on, and they make more during a storm, so I got pushed to the back burner. So we definitely need to get this beauty limbed up. I mean, it's huge. Look how far it goes up. Can you guys see that? It's huge. Big mature trees. Look how far that one just goes up. Just gorgeous. And it provides some beautiful shade. Like it's very pleasant up underneath here now. But we will get these branches up right here in this area. We have a few limbs down here in this flower bed that we need to get up, like this limb right here, so we'll take care of that. Now that I've showed you the problem areas and where I would like to get started, before we could come in and sheet mulch this area here and get it nice and tidied up, let's start by clearing everything out, clearing out the debris, clearing the table out of the area here, and just getting the area down to its bare bones. And by getting the area down to its bare bones, it's going to make it easier for us to sheet mulch the area. Yeah, okay, I can lift it, but it's so awkward. I'm going to have to cut this down first in order to be able to get this out without tearing up my trees here. Should be able to really just break this down real quick. Yep, it breaks down really quick. I use this ram board here. It's very easy to roll out and you can layer it. I usually typically just do one layer. So I just come in with the ram board, I lay it down, and then I kick it out. I pull it down, and instead of moving my flower pots all the way out because they're so heavy, I'll just move them over to the side. I'm going to start off where I left off at, and we should get this done in no time here. So I just go down like this, and I straighten, move that out the way, and this. I'll move the flower pot out of the way here, just scoot it back. So just like this, and I like to leave a lip on both sides. We'll use just a little bit of mulch to kind of weigh our ram board down here. area right here. This is where we stopped at. So you can see the edge of the bed here. Over here on this side, you can see that we still have to come in and get all of this sheet mulch right here. I went ahead, I got the table back in place. So here's our table here. That's in its place. This is a 3-seater right here. I like that because it gives you more space if you're having a tea party or so on. And so now this is what we're left with. We've ran out of ram board. We've also run out of mulch. We're going to head inside. We're going to start some more seeds for our fall crops. Let's just go in, get the supplies, and then it'll be a good time to introduce you all to how I sterilize, you know, the supplies that I use, my reusable supplies. Now, I do have these. You know what, let's just head in and get the supplies and I'll show you what I like to use because it saves me quite a bit of money and it's very durable. If you're someone who doesn't really like to use a lot of plastic when you're doing your gardening, you like those sustainable type materials, things that you can use, let me show you a great alternative because I'm telling you, I use them all the time. In fact, I use them so much and they're very cheap, very inexpensive. I'll make sure to go ahead and link them on my Amazon page if they're still available because I've had them as part of my arsenal for years, and every time I see them pop up, sometimes I can find them, sometimes I can't, but if I am able to find them, we'll go ahead and I'll link them in my Amazon store. Here are the seed starting trays that I have in waiting to get cleaned and sanitized. They're full of dirt. They have been loved and used, but I need to get these cleaned up so we can pop some more seeds in these. So we'll go ahead and grab all of these. Start off with using a little bit of bleach here. This is just Clorox and no splash formula. So we're going to pour some of this in there. And I have a bucket that I use strictly for anything plant related. So I just put a little bit in there like so. Then next, in order to clean and sanitize everything, I also keep a drain in here to help catch any type of debris, any blocks of soil, so that way it doesn't clog up my drain. And so then next from there, I use good old trustworthy Dawn dish detergent. And so I just go in, put a little bit in like so. So I just take my cubes. We'll get this out of the sink. I just keep a paper towel nearby. Then I'll just unstack these really, really quick. Just like this. Then we'll rinse these out just really quick. Each one of these squares fit 9 containers. Here's our 9. We'll take just one coffee filter, just one. Put that down inside of my drain. And then from there, I'll put my strainer on the inside of it. And I take my dirty water. I pour it out. Look at all of that on the inside of there. Set this off to the side, and I'll just put my hand right here, and that way it'll keep my strainer from lifting up. Process goes sometimes slow, sometimes it goes quick. It just all depends on how much debris is done caught. Okay, then from there I rinse my sink out. A little bleach. I'll take and I'll just let these just soak in just a bleach bath. They'll soak in there. While these are soaking, let's start some seeds. Here's the seed that we're going to be using. This is an all-season cabbage. On the back, it says it's going to take full sun, so you're going to need 6+ hours, 87 days to harvest. Produces large heads, 10 to 11 across. Heat and drought tolerant, great in the summer, fall, and winter. And it gives us our time when we need to sow. My region, it is saying that June through July is the time that I will go ahead and sow again so I could get a fall harvest. So here's our seed. So let's go ahead and pop these inside of our containers here. Looks like our squash are germinated. So we'll take the saran wrap off of these. And pretty good germination. We only have 1, 2, 3 cells here that we didn't get any squash germinated, but I'm quite hopeful that they will be pushing up something soon. But since the majority of our seedlings are already out, best practice is to go ahead and remove that humidity dome, because you see they were growing so fast they were pushing up on the plastic. So everything looks healthy for right now. These will stay on the heat mat for just a bit, and then we'll be transplanting these out into the garden space soon. Now we'll check in on our marigolds here, which it looks like my marigolds may have dried out here. So no germination, but we will go ahead and we'll take the sprayer and we'll spray these in. And if we don't get anything, then guess what? We'll start all over. That's the good thing about seeds. While some seeds may be real expensive, marigold seeds are actually very, very, very cheap to buy. You can get a packet of like 125 seeds for like $3. And in today's day and age, I'll say that's a win. So we'll just go ahead and just saturate this on down, and then we'll put the cover over them. If they dried out too much, it'll show soon. That's why you look at the germination rate of how many days you should start to see some type of seedlings poking through. And if you don't get anything, just start all over. I've even taken the seed tray and just popped a seed right on top. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the lid back on this one. So now for our kale, we have our kale here. And let me move this over a bit. We'll move over the marigolds right here. Now we have our kale. And get some of the water off on our kale. Okay. And we got excellent germination with the kale. Seems like we got quite a bit going on here. I mean, seeds are just coming up looking beautiful. So again, we will come in and we will do a little bit of overhead watering here because some of our seeds look a little bit dry. So we'll just spray with our pump sprayer. And you can, by all means, just lift this tray up and water up underneath. And these will continue to grow on. We'll keep them up under the light here. Now we'll check in on the violas. So we have our violas, which have been kept in darkness. So I just took some silk tape and put the tape down to keep our lid on top of here. Let's get this side up. And since it's not that much tape on the side, it's not that hard to get this off here. And we'll leave these 2 pieces of tape on there. And we'll just lift up and see if we have anything. If we have anything, good. If we don't have anything, we'll continue to keep them in darkness. And we have some of the seeds are germinating. Actually, quite a few of them. Can you see them? They're in like the very beginning stages. For example, can you see right here? Can you see right here? It's like the very, okay, let me get it into focus here. But it's right here. It's probably going to be hard to see, but we are going to cover this back up and give them the darkness that they need. So we'll go in and we'll just put our tape back here. And we'll tape on this side. And we will go ahead and tape this down so we know in a few more days we should definitely have some violas that will be able to go to our next stage here. Right there. We're done with our bleach bath. And so now from here, these really just need to just be rinsed and dried. Sometimes I will plant directly into them. And then I just do this on repeat until everything is cleaned up. And that's how I keep my items sterilized, to cut down on disease, so on and so on. And then I just let these air dry, or like I was saying, sometimes I will go ahead and just use them right away.